Hey, what's happening, y'all? I'm sorry I'm back to the old format. Just wanted to record this video real quick. Didn't feel like I had time to set up the PC and everything. Just wanted to report that we got our boy Kendall Fuller back. We missed out on Diggs, and that trade price was a little bit too much for us anyway. I mean, we didn't have a first-round pick to give up because we're taking Chase Young. We don't have a second-round pick at all. And we couldn't trade them a player like Trent because they only have like $20 million in cap space. So there was literally no way we could have worked out a trade for Diggs. So that was done. I've also seen that it's reported that the Redskins pursued Amari Cooper hard. Like, we even offered him to make him the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL type of pursuit hard. But the Cowboys ended up still beating us. They gave him 5 years, $100 million, which is $20 million a year. And I'm glad they beat us out for that because I am not a big fan of Amari Cooper like a lot of y'all. I feel like he drops way too many easy passes. He's like a top 5 route runner in this league, but he drops the easy ones too consistently for me. I mean, just imagine 3rd and 5, he just dropped it for no reason. Yeah, y'all gonna be sick about that $20 million we paid him that year. But our boy back home, like I reported earlier this week, somebody close to Kendall Fuller that knows him personally, I think like a teacher or something that keeps in contact with him, reported that Kendall Fuller would come back to the Redskins if we offered anything near any other team. He would give us a slight discount compared to other teams because he just really wants to be back home. It was reported that he was crushed when he found out he got traded to the Chiefs. Like, he was absolutely stunned. He was heartbroken. But there's no feelings lost here because he knows that's the previous regime. That's Bruce Allen and Jay Gruden and all of them. So that has nothing to do with Ron Rivera, Kyle Smith, and the new Dan Snyder that's actually been making smart decisions the past few months. So he went and got himself a ring with the Chiefs. And now he comes back to play for his hometown team. I mean, he has a ring. I mean, what else could you want? Getting another ring doesn't hold as much weight. I mean, of course, you still want more rings. But at the end of the day, the Redskins are clearly building something that can get them more rings in the long run. It may not be now, but like 2 to 3 years from now, we could actually be real Super Bowl contenders, and he can be a big contributor to that team. So we have him long term, 4 years, $40 million, $10 million a year. That's a really good deal. I like that way more than getting James Bradberry for $15 million a year, which the Giants did. They're going to see that he's not, I mean, I like James Bradberry and I wanted him, but they're going to see that $15 million a year for his services is not going to be worth it. And as much as I love DeAndre Baker, a Georgia boy, as much as I'm a Georgia boy, I already know that DeAndre Baker on one side and James Bradberry in the other does not give you elite cornerback play. And now they have a first rounder and somebody making $15 million a year, and they don't have elite cornerback play, which just seems like, you know, a waste of resources to me. But it's cool though. It's not like it's really like a bad idea for the Giants. I'm just glad that we are not in that situation. I'll definitely take Quentin Dunbar for whatever cheap contract we're going to end up giving him, and Kendall Fuller and whatever player we may bring in through the draft or whatever over what the Giants did is what I'm basically saying. And I'm also glad that we didn't reset the market with Byron Jones. I definitely prefer Kendall Fuller for cheaper than Byron Jones for as much money as he's making, especially since Kendall Fuller is going to be playing for his hometown team in front of his family and friends. He's going to be playing his heart out every game. Is showing us why we missed him. And Jack Del Rio and Ron Rivera are gonna love him. I mean, you've seen the potential that he has from what he did in the Super Bowl. He had off years with the Chiefs overall, but what he showed in that Super Bowl, he showed you that he can still be one of the top corners in this league, especially a top slot corner. I mean, he was literally rated the #1 slot corner before we traded him. So that may be the end of what the Redskins do today. I mean, of course, we signed the Falcons guard, another Wes, another guy with a first name Wes. Him and Wes Martin are going to compete for the starting job, so it's going to be Wes versus Wes, which is kind of funny. Throughout training camp to see who starts. We paid him very little money. We gave Wes Switzer, I think that's how you pronounce it, $13.5 million over 3 years, which is a little over $4 million a year, which is very cheap. If he could end up starting over Wes Martin, who has shown promise, then that's a really big deal. But so far, that's all that the Redskins have done. Day 1 of free agency, well, the legal tampering part of it, Monday. Everything becomes official as of Wednesday at 4 p.m. when free agency actually starts. Right now, all of these deals are just agreed upon. I'm also glad that we missed out on paying Austin Hooper market-setting tight end money. The Browns are going to see that he is a good tight end, but it's based on what you have around him to bring that out of him. he was open all the time for the Falcons, not because of his route running or anything like that, or because of his speed or quickness. It was because Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley were great distractions. They do have Odell and Jarvis Landry, so we'll see if that works. But they'll see that he's not Travis Kelce or Zach Ertz when healthy or George Kittle. So we dodged a few bullets today. I was a little upset at first that we were being so passive, but things are starting to get rolling, and we'll see these next few days. The Redskins are probably going to get some really good deals done. Also, shouts out to the Redskins for re-signing John Bostic to very cheap. He's a good depth linebacker. Definitely don't want him starting. In my opinion, I want Sean Dion Hamilton at Mike, Ryan Anderson at Sam. I hope we go get Corey Littleton and put him at Will. And if not, hopefully Reuben Foster will be healthy enough to play Will. And then Cole Holcomb is great at run stopping, but Jack Del Rio loves his linebackers to cover very well, and he's not a great coverage linebacker, even though he probably is our best run stopping linebacker. But if he can improve his coverage skills, he'll probably end up starting. But right now, I like the way our linebacker group is looking. I just want us to go get Corey Littleton. Get him for whatever money he's asking for, in my opinion. Man, shouts out to the Redskins for getting Kendall Fuller, man. Pro Football Focus had him rated a 90.6 grade the last year he was with us in 2017. Pro Football Focus also loved Quentin Dunbar while he was healthy last year, so we could have a really good cornerback group as long as everybody stays healthy. And that's really just it for day one of Redskins free agency. I'll get back tomorrow with y'all. If we get some more signings done or whatever, any trades or whatever, we'll see. Trent Williams re-signing Brandon Sheriff, restructuring Ryan Kerrigan. I'm a little sad that we didn't get Eric Flowers. The most we were willing to offer him was $8 million a year. He ended up signing for $10 million a year. I think it was worth it. But at the end of the day, I still like the situation we have going. I'll catch y'all later. More than likely tomorrow. I'm out.